Yo, bendición, what up? Yo, Conquistador back with another video, shaka bra. I wanted to, here's like an idea that I got, guys. Bear with me. So, I have over here like a whole lot of chaos on this piece of paper. But basically it's broken out to 3 parts. I'm thinking about, I can break this down to multiple videos. But basically what I want to do is, let me set the stage, because, I got to set the stage, okay? So for the past, maybe like 2 weeks, I've been looking at Orisha altar videos. Shout out to Baba Hector. He's a YouTube channel. Check him out, Baba Hector. And I was just going through his videos, and he had a video about, that Orishas have shrines, not altars. And, it was inspirational to me. And so after watching that video, I'm like, word, okay, I've seen them. But I want to dive deeper and see for myself, okay, I want to see these Orisha altars and these bogus charlatans, whether through ignorance or knowing, just putting up BS straight up on YouTube. So I got the idea from him. He had a video on like Orisha don't have altars. So I wanted to let me look up some altars. I've already seen altars, but let me look up more. And from there, it was like I went into a rabbit hole. I'm like, yo, man, someone really needs to talk about this. And I had this idea, like months ago, but I never like executed it. I made the Shots Fired video. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Shots Fired Part 1, Part 2. But I was just inspired. I want to do a video. This video is going to be the good people. I want to break it down into who can you trust to see authentic Lukumi, hear about it, be it in Spanish or English. These people I do not know personally, but I've seen their channels. The only person that I've spoken to personally is Asiel Bias and of Asiel Oshun Yeo, his channel, as well as La Regla de Ifa y Ocha. Those are 2 amazing channels, and I have spoken to them personally. And as a matter of fact, he was in one of my YouTube videos, and he checked out my music video from Babaluya. It's really nice. But so that's just one. Who can you put your money on, so to speak, to give you content on YouTube that is legitimate Orisha worship, as we know in the Lukumi diaspora. Or diaspora, whatever you're going to say. Because there's so much BS out there. Who's the real deal? Who's the real shit, okay? A whole video on just those men and women that are legitimate in what they do, And then another video where I talk about these are the people, and I call them out by name, and their YouTube channels. These are the people to look out for, and use them as an example of what not to do. And basically discredit the bullshit, essentially, And I'm not going to be holding back any punches. I already said enough in Shots Fired Part 1 and 2. So, what the hell, I ain't got nothing to lose, But like I say in the song, as for the people that I mentioned that are real, let me know in the comments who else do you think that I should, not cover. I'm not going to be going through each and every one, like a whole video on Asiel Bias, a whole video on Omodile. But just mention all of them. But if there's any other ones that let them know. Let people know in the comments. Yo, man, I've seen so and so's videos. The shit's legit. And I would love to check them out. And as for the fakes and the phonies and the charlatans over here with quote unquote spell work and altars to these Orisha when all they got is a statue and a seashell. They got a freaking seashell they got from the ocean and a statue of Yemaya and say they're working with Yemaya and you can do spell magic with Yemaya and all this nonsense essentially. If there's anybody else, let me know in the comments that I can add them to the list, and I would love to check out. I would love to see the bullshit. I was doing research right before doing this video, checking out people that I admire, checking out people that specifically for Ocha, things like people that I admire pertaining to Ocha. So like for example, I've always admired Sancista Brujo Luis, whom I have spoken to personally. But as amazing as his content and his book and everything is, that's Sanse. His lane is Espiritismo Criollo and Puerto Rico and Sanse. So I want to focus on Ocha, and of course, what's her name? She's in 21 Divisions. I can't remember her name, but yes, there's people that have their disciplines, but I'm gonna focus on Ocha, so nobody get offended, But yeah, there's charlatan ass sancistas, there's charlatan ass voodoo gans and bocos, and there's charlatan ass santeros, santeras, freaking giving people their guardian orishas through tarot cards. Complete mess. So who's real? Who's not? Calling them out by name. Calling out the people that are real by name and letting you know that me as a YouTuber and a member of the Lukumi community, being an Orisha, even if I was a friggin' Alego, if I didn't have nothing and I know what I know now, I'd be saying the same shit. Okay? So don't be giving me that crap. I have no authority. Que yo no tengo H en mi cabeza. I don't have the licencia, the right to be talking about any of this. Personal experience speaks for itself. Unfortunately, that can be used against me because now you have people charlatans like freaking Soul Consciousness and Magical Lady Duchess, and I'll go through the list of bullshit ass people that think that these altars to Orishas and all this spell work and all this bullshit that they put out there is legit, and they can say, well, it's my personal experience, so it can be used against you. But I'm saying from my personal experience, I can say, I can bet and say, these people are legit. If I say, guys, you want to see real Ocha? You want to see what a real damn Ogun looks like? You go to Asiabai, check out his Ogun, and you see the real deal shit. Not a statue, you see the real deal, to see real Lukumi. Anyway, continuing on. A third part would be a whole area that I definitely think can be broken down to multiple videos. What is not Orisha? What is not Lukumi tradition? So, for example, whole love spell, type it on YouTube, love spell with Ochun, working with Yemaya, spell work with Ogun, open a road opening spell with Elegua. This is not a thing. These things in real Ocha do not exist. There is no such thing as spell work with the Orisha. You either have the Orisha or you don't have the Orisha, and you either do work if you say, oh, yeah, Elegua wants you to give him light. But there's no such thing as spell work. This is not Wicca, okay? Wicca has spell work, and I don't speak ill of Wicca. I think there's truth in all spirituality. I think there's truth in atheism. The fact, hey, you can't be worrying too much. It's good to have faith and honor your Egun and all of these wonderful beings. But at the end of the day, an atheist believes all you have is yourself. And there's truth in that. There definitely is, because I can be giving all the songs and beautiful, oh, look what's so amazing about that. Oh, he's the greatest Orisha of all time. He's amazing. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but Watala ain't gonna take over my shift for me at work because I don't feel like getting out of bed. The spirits, Orisha, the Muerto, the Egun, they give you clarity, they give you peace of mind, they give you what you need, but you gotta get off your ass and go and get it. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I don't know. Should I end it here? I didn't say I was gonna end it here. Yeah, I think I end it here. So I'm gonna record another video after this and just have them on standby. But that's an idea, guys. So tell me what you think. Part 1: who's the real deal when it comes to Ocha, specifically on YouTube. But these are all real people that are accessible through Messenger, through Facebook. Some own botanicas, and a lot of them I don't know personally, so unfortunately, I can't speak on someone's character if I don't know them, but their content is legitimate, okay? So I can't tell you, I don't want to offend anybody, so I can't tell you that Mr. or Mrs. XYZ on this paper that I say is real. I can't tell you if they're an asshole, because believe it or not, just because someone has a YouTube channel doesn't mean they're not a dick, okay? I know, right? Really? But not everybody's nice. Guys, make a separation, and that's a whole video in itself. Throughout the day, I'm always like, yo, I make a dope video. I gotta write that down. Just because someone has a lot up here doesn't mean that they have anything going on over here, okay? There's plenty of santeros and paleros and sansistas and ugans and mambos and what else, whatever, that have plenty up here. And they know how to do things legitimately. They know what goes into making an elewa properly, into an osun properly, into an ganga properly, into washing of the head for sanse properly, 21 divisions properly. They know what goes into the paquetes or the paquets of voodoo properly, but they choose who they want to fuck over, essentially. Who they want to, this person's got mad money, I'm going to treat them like an ATM. And so that I make sure that they're always coming back to me, I'm going to give them a half-ass piece of work. I'm going to give them a half-ass nganga. I'm going to give them a bullshit elewa that ain't got nothing in it. They don't know the damn difference. Shit. I'm going to give them an nganga that's, shit, I'm just going to fill that bitch. I got a caldero over here. Shit. It's there. Let's give it a lucero. Let's fill this bitch up with freaking dirt from the backyard. It should have at least 21 to 121 different dirts or whatever. Let's just get that shit from the backyard. Throwing some little chicken bones and a couple pieces of metal and say it's a lucero. Bada bing, bada boom. But they know, okay? And then some people that I definitely, I know, some I know personally, they have beautiful hearts. Beautiful, beautiful hearts. Unfortunately, they didn't want to learn, they didn't take out the time to learn, or they simply weren't taught. But they have the ache, their crown, they have their ganga, whatever. They're beautiful people, but they don't have the knowledge. So they choose out of good consciousness. I'm not going to say, yeah, you could that. I'm going to crown you when I don't know any good oriates that I can trust, when I don't have the skills that I have yet to develop. So I can't touch your head because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to say, yeah, I'm going to rogate you when I've never rogated anyone before. I'm not gonna, a different person, a friggin', dirtbag would say, oh yeah, I can rogate your head, sure. And maybe half-ass it, maybe say, oh no, there's no need for, you forgot the cotton? That's okay, give me the derecho and it can be done. Oh, no coconut, it's okay. We don't need to throw coconut, you got everything else, okay, we'll put the rogation on your head and we don't need to throw coconut to a batala, we don't need to throw coconut to your egg afterwards. We'll just put it on your head, you go to sleep with it, hear your candles, and put it to your bed when you sleep. People that cut corners. Just because someone has a lot in here doesn't mean they have a lot in here. They may know and choose not to do the right thing. They may know and choose to do the right thing, if you can find them and they have a good heart. And they may not know, but they're incredible, beautiful people. These people exist. So these people, you know, I'm speaking about strictly their YouTube channels and the content that they put out. You know, like freaking, you know, some of these people that I say are real, some of them may be jerks, but they know, and the content that they put out to share with the world on YouTube is legit. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking to be your bestie and let's go hang out and go kick it at after 10 p.m. to get half off apps at Applebee's. Shout out to anybody who's done that. And as for the people that are, you know, fake, that I would like to, you know, put out there on blast and like, yo, these are the people to avoid. Freaking like Loving Spiritual Hands. There's a whole YouTube videos, channel. These are channels, entire channels. Loving Spiritual Hands. This chick got a bunch of statues in Florida water and calling El Legua Papa Legba El Legua. Friggin' Emily Halifax. She got a whole video honoring El Legua inside of a bathtub and got Botanica brought El Leguas with no carga, no nothing in it. Soul consciousness. The nigga that said you put poems and petitions and spices inside of El Legua's butt from the Botanica bought El Leguas. You know, and then he's also got bebes and all this craziness, bullshit. You know, there's all freaking Holistic Healing TV, Bokor Rodney Coleman. He had that guy had a G.I. Joe doll or some crap representing Ogun with a little Ogun. This is how you work with Ogun. Plenty of, you know, the content that they put out there on YouTube, I know it's bullshit. The people in the comments saying, wow, what a beautiful altar. I can't wait to do the same. They simply don't know. But these people that I mentioned, maybe freaking Soul Consciousness, he's got mad views and whatnot. He may be an incredible, dope dude to kick it with and a beautiful person who simply makes videos out of ignorance because that's how he was taught. I know somebody said, oh, one of my masters taught me how to do this. And he's doing only tutu to the floor and putting none on his supposed elegua. No one told you, omi tutu ana tutu ache tutu tutu ele tutu mo tutu mo tutu ariku babawa. Echo elebara. And okay, tutu ele goes on the floor and this is what it means and this is what you're gonna do. You know, maybe he's a cool guy who's just perpetuating ignorance because he simply doesn't know. And maybe some of the people that are real, that are showing real content, maybe are complete jerks. But I'm not looking at personalities. I'm looking at what they present, the real and the fake, the charlatans, how they're presenting Ocha to you guys, the viewer. So, yeah, let me know what you think of these ideas. And, you know, are there any people that you guys admire that are real? That I can say, yo, so-and-so mentioned this person, I checked out their channel, their shit's legit. Definitely check them out. And then mention people that are fake, that are putting out bad content out there to make others aware, like, yo, this person has a whole video saying, you know, that if you want to call on Ochosi, you got to do the hokey pokey at a police station. And that's how you call on the energies of Ochosi. You know, so let me know in the comments. And then what topics that you want to, you know, touch on for like the third part, which is what Ocha is not. I want to touch on what Ocha is and what Ocha is not. Ocha is not spell work. Ocha is not get a bunch of statues and make an altar. Ocha is not, what else? There's no such thing as working, quote unquote, working with the energy of Ochosi, Ogun, Elegua. You know, or working with the energy of Yamaya. You either got Yamaya or you don't got Yamaya. Unless you're told, and like, you know, in a reading, okay, you gotta go to Yamaya, go to the ocean, and she wants a watermelon, this and this and that. But don't go back home and say that I'm working with Yamaya and I got her on my altar. That's not a thing, guys. Wickified stuff, okay? So let me know what you guys think of the idea. And, you know, what you guys think, okay? Are you digging it? Are you not digging it? Give me ideas. And I look forward to the next video, okay? Peace.